gosh dang windstorm out here. Jeez. Jared. Gotta layer up. You know why welders are paid so much? Because we can build cool shit in the middle of nowhere with no electricity. And because sometimes it's miserable and you still have to do it.
That's right.
That's right. This ain't even the worst of it yet. Freaking winter ain't even like full on hit. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be so cold. But guys, first thing right now, all right, let's get real personal here, everybody. Right here, all right. If you need an equipment list to become a helper, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a starter list on another episode for a welder, but I get asked all the time, what do I need to bring to start the helper job? Everybody stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the button, hit the little red button, maybe hit the bell for notifications, and stay tuned. Everybody be blessed, and we'll get right into this just as soon as I get warmed up. Welcome back. Jared and me, we're just finishing up a sweep right now, and we're hanging out waiting on the next sweep to get here. But guys, I want to kind of break down what we're going to talk about right now. First of all, we're going to talk about your hiring in process as a helper and as a welder, all right? I mean, it's the same thing. Later on, I'm going to do a whole welder video on some of the things you ought to pack on your truck for different things. I mean, pipeline and fabrication are going to require quite a different amount of tools, all right? But we're going to get into that into a later video. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about your hiring in process as a welder helper. The next thing we're going to talk about is your money and vehicles. And the next thing we're going to talk about is your gear, all right? Some of the things that you should have in your possession and going with you from job to job and or from welder to welder, all right? Let's get started into this like right now. So, the first thing, your hiring in process. Highly, highly important that you carry certain things with you all the time. When you hire into a job, they're going to ask you for a social security card, your driver's license, and voided check. That's right. Thank goodness Jared's here. All right, your voided check. The reason for the voided check is for direct deposit. Now, anymore, almost every company is going to do a direct deposit. All right, it's easier for them, and it's just as easy for you because, hey, man, the check shows up in your account, boom, you don't have to leave work early to go cash it, all right? So, recap on that. Social security card, your driver's license, and your voided check. Now, another thing is, you guys, earlier on last year, we talked about drugs. You are going to be piss tested. It's just that simple. You are going to be drug tested. You are going to be required to go take a drug test. And if you fail, it's a hell of a mark on your record, all right? You will be blackballed from them, and you will not be allowed to work for them probably ever again. I don't know what the rules are 100%, but I've never failed a drug test, so I don't have to worry about it. But if you are in that situation, you need to get your shit straight, and you need to start freaking getting away from that because, hey, if you want to do this and you want to be involved in this industry, drugs are a no-go. Hands down, you will not be allowed to work. All right? And is a freaking bump worth a couple $100,000 a year? No. No. I mean, come on, man. You guys got to get your stuff straight. If you need help, go get help and get away from that stuff. So anyways, okay, now we got the hiring in process. Now, if you're a welder, another thing that might be required of you is your insurance, your vehicle insurance, and probably your general liability insurance if you're a contractor. Next thing we're going to talk about, you need to have your own traveling money. All right, your welder's not going to provide it for you. If you show up and you're like, hey man, I can't even eat. I mean, number one, that's some serious commitment, man. Nice work, but hey, you're probably going to get slapped.
Probably.
Do not go asking your welder for a hotel room. Don't ask your welder for money. He's hiring you, expecting you to be the man or the woman he or she hired. I try not to be, I am gender specific, because I believe there are only two. But
try not to side on to one side.
Try not to side on one or the other. But anyway, do not ask them for that. They hired you as a professional, as you are going to come perform a job, all right? So be the person that can get to the job, take care of themselves, and provide for themselves until the checks start rolling in, all right? Traveling money is very, very important. A reliable vehicle. This is huge. Too many people get trucked around and hauled into a spot, dropped off, and then they expect somebody to come pick them up and take them to work. Guys, nobody's ever picked me up and taken me to work. Nobody's ever paid me or bought my clothes for me so that I could get to work, all right? You just got to be responsible. Reliable vehicle and your traveling money, all right? That's huge. Those are big, big things. And you're going to be steps and bounds above a lot of people. Okay, now we're going to start talking about equipment. Now this is pretty big. Most of this will probably be provided by the company that you hire onto, but I would not rely on that. All right, show up with your stuff. Most of this you can buy for probably 150 bucks.
Yeah.
All right, it's not much. It don't take much to be a welder helper, but it will show in leaps and bounds that you are committed to what you're doing. And this is what I've always carried with me when I was a welder helper. Start out with a welding hood. A hard hat. Sorry, I have the welding hood. Jared has the hard hat. A hard hat. Most of the halos are going to be full brimmed hard hats, so just kind of make sure of that. Sorry, Jared, let me see that. Full brimmed, meaning it's got a brim all the way around it, all right? A hard hat, a white hard hat, all right, you guys? Get a white one. It'll look more professional, all right? Your halo. Now your halo is the metal band right here that hooks around the hard hat, and then I always carried a couple clear shields with me, just to have, all right? The reason being is you look more professional when you have your equipment with you, even if the company later on provides it for you, all right? Have everything you need. Now working your way down, safety glasses. Get light and dark safety glasses. Some days are going to be brighter than others. It's just common sense. Your Schofield welding hoodie, which is a must. All right, no, just kidding, you guys. But anyways, if you want a Schofield welding hoodie, go down to the description. There'll be a link to the apparel. Most jobs anymore are going to require you to have FR clothing, all right? Fire retardant clothing. Get you a shirt, get you a pair of pants, probably a jacket, all right? This isn't an FR jacket, this is just a regular Carhartt jacket, but get you an FR jacket. Sometimes the company will provide that for you. Now working into his hands, welding gloves. All right, too many welder helpers get regular work gloves. Man, I tell you, you will only do it once. Your wrist will get ate up so bad. I've always provided welding gloves for my helpers just to help protect their wrists. Because man, I did it one time and I was wearing regular work gloves and it ate me up pretty good. Going on down to steel-toed boots. You are I guess I can't say 100% that you're required to have steel-toed boots because some companies don't require it. But it's almost guaranteed in the full circle of things that you will have to have a pair of steel-toed boots, all right? I choose slip-ons with no laces because the sparks are going to eat through your laces, all right? They're going to actually really, they won't last very long with the laces and you'll constantly be replacing them. Or if you just go get leather laces, they'll last quite a bit longer. Anything that I've missed? I think we're good to go. That's really all you guys need. All right, reliable vehicle, your traveling money, your equipment, and then your driver's license, your social security card, and your voided check. All right. If you're a welder, you're going to need your insurance and all that too. So, guys, hopefully that kind of explained the welder helper end of it, and kind of give you guys kind of an equipment list to go off of. I'm going to try to find some links that I'll put down at the bottom for hard hats, halos, clear shields, welding gloves. I'll do my best to try to find some of those. If they're not on there, they're not hard to find. And you could probably go to your local welding supply and they'll have all of it. Yeah, probably everything. So anyways, you guys, everybody, be blessed. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll talk to you later. See you.